10 shocking Tacoma discoveries when I finally got my Toyota Tacoma. Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Pretty good here, and that's right. There were 10 shocking discoveries that I made when I received my Toyota Tacoma. But before we get started, a huge shout out to John and Tana Bailey, who sent me this custom t-shirt. Check this out. It says Tacoma RobMotive Development, TRD, Texas. This is great. I love it. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you sending it to me. And if anybody out there is looking for custom t-shirts, leave a comment below this video for John or Tana. They should be able to get in contact with you, and you can get hooked up too. So anyway, on to the video. You know, last year, it's been a year already, I ordered this Voodoo Blue 2020 TRD Off-Road Tacoma. I went into the office, I sat down with the inventory manager, you know, the guy that does all the ordering. We spec'd it out and we ordered it. Several months passed, 5 actually, and then it finally came in. And I gotta say, there were 10 shocking discoveries that I made, things that I didn't expect when I got to take a look at my Tacoma. First of all, and this one, and they're not all negative, they're not all positive, but the first one is very positive. When this truck came in, I was out there, and one thing I was unsure of, I even did some research about this, finding replacements that is, was the rear bumper. I thought because it was an off-road, it was going to have chrome rear bumpers. And I was looking, I found some, you know, overlays that I could put over the top of the chrome because I was sure that it was going to have chrome bumpers. I was wrong. And it was shocking to me because nowhere in the ordering process or the information did it ever allude to me having painted or color matching bumpers. They're not painted, they're actually caps over the bumpers, but they came that way. It was awesome, and I was shocked. Number 2, no push start. What? And this was confusing when I was ordering because if you get an automatic, you get push start. And proximity, you know, where you walk up and you touch the handle and all that stuff, that's the next thing, no touch entry. They kind of go hand in hand. But I was shocked. I couldn't believe that on my 2020 modern, brand new, ordered Toyota Tacoma, I didn't have push start or touch entry. I was shocked. Next up, no front bed rail. I thought this had become standard after a while, right? I mean, they had it originally, then they took it away, and I thought it was back because some of the trucks that I had seen, I guess, had it. And what I'm talking about is the rail up front there where I have my recovery boards bolted in now. It didn't come with that. It's a relatively inexpensive little part. You would think on a $2,000 truck, it would have been on there, but it wasn't. I was shocked. No driver's side cubby. They did away with that. You know, not surprising. Toyota likes to do away with all kinds of things, you know, not give us any price breaks or anything, but just take them away. And they did. I don't have any cubby to the left. You know, it's that little cubby where you can stick change or your garage door opener if you don't have home link. It was gone. Didn't exist. No floor mats. This might be the most shocking thing of all, right? I mean, what vehicle doesn't come with floor mats? Unless it's, you know, very base. And then you even have the option, right? It wasn't even discussed when we ordered it. I had no idea that it wasn't going to come with floor mats. Now, that wasn't such a big deal for me because I was going to replace them with the all-weathers anyway. But still, you would have thought for the ride home to keep the floor clean, the carpet, it would have come with floor mats. Mine didn't. This next one, number 7, and this is a positive. There's no whip antenna. And I didn't even realize that until later on. The Tacoma does not have a whip antenna. You know, that big, long, whip, chrome-looking antenna that's usually right over here, at least on the Jeep. This has been replaced. But it didn't come with one. It's integrated, I guess, into the windshield. I'm pretty sure that's where they have it. This is a positive thing because I've never been a fan of those anyway. I would have replaced it with a stubby. So they actually saved me a little bit of money because I didn't have to go out and buy one anyway. Next up, number 8. And I've talked about this in another video, and I actually remedied this myself. I put one in, or two. The rear seats don't come with seat poles anymore. What? They have the screw holes. They were there. They used to be there. My 2018 had them there, but not the 2020s. Toyota eliminated them. I don't know why. I guess what you're supposed to do is reach down on the side of the seat now, grab it by the side and pull it up, which works just fine. But I always find myself, before I had the poles put in, that I put in, but I always found myself reaching under the front part of the seat and trying to grab and pull it up, scraping your knuckles against the back of the seat. And if you do that real quick, you get a little friction burn. I know, first world problems, right? Next up, number 9, no rear center armrest. There are a lot of reasons to have an armrest in the rear, right? You can put cup holders in them. If you've got little kids, you need that barrier. Mom, Johnny won't keep touching me. Mom, Susie touched me. You gotta have that in there so that you can keep the little kiddies apart, right? Not to mention, if you throw a couple of adults in there, it's nice to rest your arm on something. Mine right now, the one time I think that I ever sat in the back of mine, your arm just kind of dangles back there, right? Why don't we have armrests in the rear seats of the Tacoma? I mean, come on. Number 10, no USB charging ports back there. What? Are we living in the 1960s? In this modern age of iPad this and iPod that, and the iPhones and the Androids that you got to keep that phone charged all the time, you don't have that option. Now, you can string a cord from the front, right? You ever been on a long distance trip and people are sitting in the back and they want to use their phones and you're driving down the road and you got all these cords all over the place? You wouldn't have that problem if there was a USB charging port in the rear of the Tacoma. Why don't we have that? I don't know. Maybe these are things that Toyota's looking to add with their redesign that's coming up, right? It's going to be very interesting to see in the new redesigned Tundra, if it ever comes out, if they include these things, if they throw them back in. My guess is no. My guess is that as Toyota ages the new redesigned models, they throw these things in as mid-level or mid-model refreshes. Who knows? I'll be shocked if they're there. They should be there now, but they're not. Anyway, these are just 10 shocking things that I discovered once I received my Tacoma. You would think when you're sitting down there and you're speccing it out and ordering it, all these things would be known. But unless you're aware, you don't even know to ask. You just assume. That's what I did. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know, particularly if you've ordered and specced out your Tacoma, if there was anything that shocked you when you received it. I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, if you're interested, I have 2 other channels. One is RobMotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. And the second is RobMotive Civic, all about my adventures with the Honda Civic Type R and the Honda Civic Sport. Check them out. If you're interested, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.